Welcome back, students. In the previous classes, we had discussed about the structural aspects of DNA and RNA, and we compared the genetic stability and the by nature selected the DNA as a genetic material when compared to the RNA. Those and the experiments related to that, like transformation experiments, transduction experiments, and to find out the biochemical aspects of the DNA, we conducted several scientists are contributed in the form of several experiments. And in the previous class, we had discussed about the Watson and Crick, how they had demonstrated the replication of DNA, and what is the model they had given. They had given the semi-conservative method. They had given the semi-conservative method. That means, while replication, one strand will retain as a parental strand and the new strand is a daughter strand. Completely, the whole set will not come, and completely the new daughter cells are also, daughter DNA strands are also not formed. In a DNA double helix DNA, one strand belongs to the parental DNA and the another strand is the new or daughter strand. So that is the semi-conservative method. That means in a double helix model, 50% of the DNA belongs to the parental generation and another 50% belongs to the new offspring generation. So this is the model which was given by Watson and Crick. Watson and Crick. And this is the most accepted model across the world, which will describe the replication process and the structural aspects of DNA. That is, acts as a genetic material in 99% of the living organisms. And as we discussed that the biochemical aspects of the DNA, as you know that DNA contains one nitrogen base plus one deoxyribose sugar plus one phosphate group. So these three together called as one nucleotide. And these two, if we combine these two, this is called as nucleoside. These three together called as nucleotide. And what are the nitrogen bases that are present in the DNA? Adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. And adenine and guanine, these together are called as purines. And these together called as pyrimidines. And these two will bond together and these two will bond together with the help of hydrogen bonds. Here 2 hydrogen bonds and here 3 hydrogen bonds. Why we are calling these as a nitrogen base? That means these are very rich in nitrogen compounds. That's why we are calling these as nitrogen bases. Understanding? Now, as we know that Watson and Crick proposed the semi-conservative method of replication. So they are proposed, but what is the proof? How they are submitted that semi-conservative model? So to demonstrate that and to make it more accepted form, two scientists, Michelson and Stahl, conducted an experiment to prove, yes, the model which was proposed by the Watson and Crick, that was right, and DNA is replicated only in the form of semi-conservative nature, not in full conservative or not in non-conservative. There are three models. One is conservative model and another is there are three models: conservative, semi-conservative, and non-conservative. That means here, in the conservative model, in the offsprings also directly the parent strands will come. For example, this is the parental DNA. And in the conservative model, the whole parental DNA will comes into the offsprings. But in the semi-conservative method, one is parental strand and another one is new strand from this. And from this one is parental and new one will be synthesized. This is the semi-conservative method. In the previous video, we discussed about the replication of DNA, how and what are the enzymes present in that helicase. It will unwind the DNA molecule, double helix DNA molecule. Then the DNA polymerase will start its action. But we know that the DNA polymerase cannot initiate its function. So the primase will form the RNA primers. So once the RNA primers will act as a complementary for some strands, some nucleotides, then DNA polymerase will act and continues the polymerization reaction and forms a new strand of DNA. So one is leading strand, another is lagging strand. So why lagging strand? Because the direction of helicase is opposite to the direction of action of DNA polymerase. So due to that opposite directions, the action will be somewhat less. So the strands which are formed are discontinuous strands. So later those discontinuous strands are added by DNA ligase. Then it forms as a complete new strand. So this is how the DNA replication happens. And in the non-conservative method, like this, the parental strand will come and in between DNA strands will come. So here, no matter of conservation. Completely here the new strand is formed and the complete parental strand will be like this. But in the non-conservative method, in the single strand itself, we can observe the parental and new offspring strands. So here, the scientists Watson and Crick had given the model of semi-conservative method only. So to prove this semi-conservative method, they had conducted an experiment, that is famous experiment, we can call it as a Michelson and Stahl experiment. Michelson and Stahl experiment. So we will see what it is, and it is very important for exam. They can ask a problem based questions also from this topic. Now what they did for this purpose, to prove semi-conservative method of DNA replication. To prove semi-conservative method of DNA replication, they had conducted an experiment. Observe carefully, each and every point is very important. Step 1. For the experiment, they had taken E. coli bacteria. Its full form is Escherichia coli. So why they had taken this bacteria? Its division time is very less. So for every 20 minutes, it will divide. And it is the most common used bacteria in the laboratories. It is a user-friendly bacteria and it doesn't give any side effects. So in the first step, actually you know that the bacteria needs media for its growth. Media nothing but, as we already discussed, what is media? It is a nutritive media which contains nutrients. They will take the nutrients and they will start division. So first of all, we had filled here the conical flask with the media, nutritive media, and in that media what they had taken, this salt NH4Cl. In the media along with the nutrients, they had taken this salt also, and Why they had taken this salt? And this is not a normal salt. Here normally nitrogen weight is 14, but more than that they had taken N15. It's a heavy isotope. Heavy isotope. Not radioactive, it is a heavy isotope. Okay, they had taken NH4Cl N15. So why they had taken nitrogen salt? Because DNA contains nitrogen bases. So they want to replace that nitrogen present, for example, adenine. Here it contains nitrogen, for example. They want to replace this normal nitrogen with this heavy isotope nitrogen. So that's why they are taking NH4Cl9, that is nitrogen containing salt. Now, after taking, they had taken E. coli into this one and allowed for multiple generations. Bacteria is taking food and it starts division. So multiple divisions or multiple generations they had left like that. So after some time, what will happen in the whole conical flask? The medium will be reduced because the bacteria is utilized, and the bacteria the conical flask is filled with the E. coli bacteria. Because as you know that, first of all, if you take 1, it will divide into 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Like that, within no time, the whole conical flask will be filled with the bacteria. Now, slowly what happened in the DNA structure of the E. coli bacteria, the normal nitrogen was removed from the nitrogen base and that was replaced. For example, this is the E. coli. This is the one E. coli and its DNA was replaced by N15. Its DNA was replaced by N15. Now, this is heavy when compared. Normal nitrogen is 14, its weight. If now the nitrogen weight is 15, so the weight is increased. So to observe that whether the weight was increased or not, whether the bacteria has taken N15 or not, or else it is having its own previous N14, they want to check. So for that purpose, what they had taken? They had taken sodium chloride solution, salt solution. They had taken sodium chloride salt solution, that is CSCl. Sodium chloride salt solution. So why they had taken this one? Because the density of DNA and the density of cesium chloride is same. So they can create the density gradient easily when compared to the other salts. So what they had taken? Cesium chloride, and they had filled the cesium chloride with the test tube. The test tube. Okay, and what they did? They ruptured, they had taken all the bacteria. They had taken all the bacteria and mechanically they stressed the walls of the bacteria. They had given mechanical stress, so the bacterial cell walls are ruptured. As a result, the DNA will come outside. So this solution was taken in this and they started centrifugation. The machine, you can see in a Google, the machine which is helpful for centrifugation is known as centrifuge. So they had kept this test tube in the centrifuge machine and rotated for several minutes. So they create, due to centrifugal force, the molecules which are depend upon the different weights will form at different layers. Now what will happen? This whole DNA molecule will be separated from the other molecules and it forms a layer in the cesium chloride solution here, N15. And they compared previously E. coli bacteria as having only N14, normal. So its normal DNA is like this here. normal DNA. That means the more weight, more density particles will come down and less dense particles will go up in the solution. So here they observed that yes, this bacteria had taken our N15 isotope, because when compared to the normal DNA, now this band is observed somewhat bottom. That means the weight was increased. That weight, how the weight had come? It come due to the N15 isotope. Okay, now what they did in the step 2. In the step 2, already in the step 1, the E. coli contains N15 and it is present in the NH4Cl N15 medium. Now, what they had taken? They had taken another medium and it contains now NH4Cl14. That is normal salt solution. Here heavy isotope. And had taken some bacteria into this one. And had taken some bacteria into this conical flask. Now this bacteria at starting generation, it is having N15 only, because freshly it is taken and allowed it for division, because media is there, food is there, the bacteria simply it will have food and it starts division. Only 2 things for bacteria. For us, so many things we have to do from morning to evening. At night time we have to do so many things, but bacteria nothing, only eating and starts division. Understanding? Now this is zero generation. Now what will happen? It allows for multiple generations. Again, multiple generations, and they observed some interesting facts, and which are very similar to the model which was given by the Watson and Crick. So what are those? What are the different generations and how the DNA is incorporated in the offspring generations they had observed? So what is this? We will see now. So up to here I think you can understand. Now what happened? That bacteria is multiple generations they are allowed to grow in the nutrient medium. So it starts division, and slowly what will happen? As in the previous step, it is taken N15 medium. So now it is starts taking N14 medium. So already that bacteria has N15, E. coli bacteria in its DNA, and now we are growing it in a N14 medium. Then slowly the bacteria will start taking N14 also. So how the DNA is changed, we will see now. So for example, this is one DNA molecule. Actually, for understanding purpose, I am giving you like this. Otherwise the DNA will be, as you know, double helix model. But for understanding purpose, I am unwinding it. Now I am acting as a helicase to unwind the DNA. Understanding? Now in the first step, the DNA is N15 only. Now after multiple generations, what will happen? Slowly the bacteria, now we are growing the bacteria in NH4Cl N14 medium. Slowly the bacteria starts taking. So this strand will act as a parent strand, and a new strand here will be formed. It is containing N15 and it is containing N14. And this strand acts as a parent strand, and a new strand will be formed here. This is N14, this is N15. See here, from one parent strand will goes to the next generation and it will prepare new strand, and one parent strand will go for the next generation and new parent strand will be formed. Here itself it is proved that semi-conservative model is following, and here they allowed for further generation. They allowed for further generation. Now this strand acts as a parent strand, and again it is present in the new medium only, NH4Cl 14. So again the bacteria is incorporating more N14 molecule. So here again new strand will come with N14, and now this strand automatically the new one will come, and here from this strand already it is N14, so the new molecule will also be N14, and here N15 this one, and the new molecule is N14 because it is already present in the NH4 N14 H4Cl. And they allowed for another generation, again it is in NH4Cl 14 only. So from this strand, from this blue strand, again this one, and from this strand automatically it is N14, and again the new strand will also be N14, and from this strand 2, and from this strand again one parent and one offspring. See here, and again this acts as a parent and the new strand will be formed as a, that is also N14, and this acts as a parent for the new generation and the new form will also be N14. Same, this one acts as N parent and the new strand will also be N14, and this, if this one acts as N, if this one acts as N parent, the new strand, because it is present in the N14 medium. So observe this, this is first generation, this is second generation, this is third generation. So we will now calculate the percentage. Now observe the DNA molecules. This is the first generation, we allowed for division, and this is the second generation, and further division, this is the third generation, and this is the fourth generation. Now we will calculate the percentage and we can assume whether it is following the semi-conservative method or not. In this 100%, in this 100% is parental strand only. Now we will calculate like generation and percentage of heavy strand and percentage of light strand. So in the first generation 100% heavy, no light strand. Understanding? In the second generation, what happened? Out of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 strands, 2 are new, that is heavy, light, and previous 2 are heavy. So heavy decreased to 50 and light increased to 50%. Semi means half. That means here half of 100, that is 50% is increased or not. So here the semi-conservative method is proved. And when compared to here in the third step, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 strands, what are the heavy? 1, 2. So 2 by 8 into 100, 1, 4, 25. So now the heavy strands are decreased to 25%, and the light strands are increased to 75%. That means here see again half of 50, that is 25. The 25 is increased here. Again the semi-conservative method was proved. and come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Out of 16 strands, how many are the heavy strands? 1 and 2 only. Into 100. That means here 12%, here 12% heavy strand become, and again 88% is increased. That means again 50% increased. That means, see, it is following the semi-conservative method or not. This is how they have taken the N15 heavy isotope and they had grown E. coli bacteria and allowed for multiple generations, and they had incorporated its DNA with the N15 isotope. All the DNA molecule is incorporated and all the bacteria is incorporated N15 isotope. Then they had taken N14 medium and they had inoculated N15 containing bacteria into N14 and allowed for multiple generations. So in the first generation, it is having the same, that is in the previous N15 only, and in the second generation onwards, the bacteria is taking the N14 medium and slowly it is also incorporating in its DNA. So the newly found bacteria will contain the half of its parental, that is N15, and the half of its strand as a new, that is N14. Like this, each and every molecule is taking the new strands that is present in the N14. They are incorporating N14 in its nitrogen base. Slowly, how many generations we can take? For example, if you take the new generation, another generation, this will continue. So each and every generation will continue this one, and remaining will be the new strands. So simply you can take from this, it is blue only N15 and the new one will be N14 and remaining all are N14, and again this N15 will be remain same and the new strand will be N14. So how many generations they can take, you can simply calculate it and you can give. And again, for example, this is third and fourth generations, and in the fifth generation you can decrease it to 50%, so 6% will be the heavy and what is 94% will be the new approximately. So you can decrease this 50% or you can increase this 50%, anything is same. So this is how they had performed the to prove the semi-conservative method which was given by Watson and Crick. This is the famous experiment and you have to know this one. If you have any doubts, let me know. Practice this experiment multiple times by drawing the diagrams, and you can take further generations also, and you can try, and you can have any doubt, you can ask me at any time, and you can mention your doubt in the chat box. I will try to clarify within no time, and thank you so much. Have a great day.